Hey everyone! Today we're diving into the restoration of a legendary longboard, the RollsRolls Woody. This deck, manufactured in Germany, is one of the original distance boards, with a design as unique as it gets. But trust me, when I first got my hands on this, it was far from looking like this beauty. Let me take you through the journey of bringing this board back to life. First off, the board came to me in a pretty rough state. The trucks were badly cast with old crusty bushings, and the wheels were completely worn out. None of these parts were worth saving, so the first step was to strip it down. Once those were off, it was time to remove the grip tape. I used the hairdryer to soften the glue, making the removal process pretty smooth. Now let's take a closer look at the deck. It had some serious dents and cracks that needed fixing. The first step was to clean the board and sand it down thoroughly to get rid of any leftover dirt. To fill the cracks, I used a 2-component filler. Pro tip, this stuff is really bad for your health, and I realized that about 10 seconds after mixing it up in my living room. Don't do that. I applied the filler, let it harden, and then sanded down the excess. The surface turned out better than expected, but definitely took more sanding than I had anticipated. Next up was the primer. The primer is crucial for giving the color a better base, improving adhesion and ensuring a consistent finish. I used a 2-part epoxy primer, this time outdoors, and with proper protection. Maybe the fumes are making me smarter, who knows. So I'll have to mix the 2-component primer. Yeah, this actually feels like a meth lab. At this point I'm honestly doubting if this is good to do. but let's see. So we need exactly half of it. So that means 250 of this, 125 of the other thing. Oh jeez, what am I getting into here? Okay, I'll need a bigger screwdriver. Don't do this at home, kids. This doesn't smell too bad. Okay, what do we do here? We open this. So another security measurement, but that's okay. Let's tear this again. Oh, let's do 200. Should be enough. So 200. Nice. Is there something to clean off? No, of course not. Oh damn, I'm prepared as always. So that stuff has to go through there, but that's okay, we have time. I have no idea what I'm doing, gonna be honest. Let your lesson be my lesson, and don't do that stuff. I nearly doused myself in that stuff because I'm stupid. So we filter that stuff.
I used a paint roller and hung the board with a string to do both sides at once. Now a quick disclaimer, that was a stupid idea. You'll see why in a minute. With the primer done, it was time for the paint. I went with yacht paint in this really cool purple gloss color, because I love the look. But I made a lot of mistakes here, so learn from me. First, don't use those fuzzy rollers. They leave particles in the paint and make the finish horrible. Second, don't paint in the sun. It heats up the paint and causes bubbles to form. Third, don't hang the board while painting. You can't apply proper pressure, leading to an uneven finish. After wasting a bunch of money on paint, I had to sand almost all of it off and start again. But after all that, I finally got it right. I set the board on the rack, used the correct roller, and immediately noticed a huge improvement. The paint went on smooth, no bubbles, and the finish was looking great. I was finally happy how it turned out. With the paint job done, I applied some fresh grip tape, and the board started looking even better. For trucks, I went with 150mm Bolzen RKP Trucks. The original setup was 180mm, but the 150 trucks fit the space under the deck much better, preventing wheel bite and making the board more nimble. For wheels, I chose Karmas, using two 3mm risers to get almost zero worries about wheel bite. And to add a final touch, I attached a little ornament with a 3D printed platform. And here it is, the finished product. The board rides incredibly low, making you feel like a snake carving down the street. It's not the most mobile board, but it's amazing for long pushes with a smooth, flexible ride. I really enjoy cruising on this thing. It's a little heavy, but totally worth it. So that was the journey of restoring this classic RollsRolls Woody. It was a ton of work, with plenty mistakes along the way, but the end result? Totally worth it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this restoration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more.